What is the purpose of life? Why were we created? Who is our creator? Who lives with us in this universe? How was this universe created? What if we can go back to the very starting point of the creation to see what really happened? How did natural disasters stop being caused by nature itself, but by the humankind? All of these questions and plenty more are areas of concern to the European CERN organization that built a gigantic collision machine in hopes to reach that one thing that will provide the answer to the ultimate question and solve the equation, which is the God particle. The CERN organization, being atheists and not believing in any deity or God, they do believe, however, in the Big Bang Theory, which briefly says that the universe resulted from a huge collision from which a very specific particle was responsible for our creation as humans that once were bacteria that developed and evolved, which is also known as the survival of the fittest, to be what we are today. So trying to recreate such collision will make perfect sense for the atheists, remaking the ultimate collision to have the one component or particle that is of God to prove the religious nonsense and to have people shut up about it. So how they experiment? Thanks to these underground tubes, miles long and deep, to have amounts and speed needed. We are talking speed of light here, barely to have the ultimate collision. They started their actual experiments in 2008, and of course that had consequences. Intense, loud voices were heard in different areas in the world. Unexplained earthquakes and weird shapes and electrical clouds. Of light appearing also in places like Australia. People, of course, explained by aliens. People consequently started questioning what CERN is doing, but when they linked the dots, they said it was nothing but just phenomenal occurrences of stuff, and there is nothing solid to accuse the organization of. The great physician Stephen Hawking came out to warn the whole humanity of the risks of what CERN is doing. He mentioned that even in his books, emphasizing that CERN could possibly destroy the universe, having chemicals and physical bodies colliding, etc., that could create literally black holes to swallow anything around, or by natural disasters caused by them. One of the organization's scientists, Paul Lambert, got swallowed by one of the black holes, and if you think this is nonsense, you can Google that yourself. And he never appeared ever since, and now they are trying to contact and reach him once more. People revolted again against this organization, but they came out to silence them, that they are doing nothing but just tiny black holes.
Literally speaking.
The scariest part of this whole video is still yet to come. According to Einstein's theory, the world has 3 dimensions, besides to a 4th one, that of time. So any element that could reach the speed of light could travel in time, which is the 4th dimension, and scientists could not get to this one. That is why in CERN they are trying so hard to speed up elements to reach that speed, to reach eventually the time gate for universe creation purposes, and this attempt could cause a huge explosion in Earth because of the amount of the energy. As we all know, the energy is of 2 kinds, positive and negative, good and evil, and these scientists claim that the fraction of the second in which the Big Bang happened had the climax of the negative energy, which will make us question, are they trying to recreate a massive collision, or are they trying to summon a huge evil negative entity. The whole world now discovered the truth about Cern that serves one entity,
Satan.
of course relying on plenty of indicators, and one very apparent indicator of those is the big Shiva statue in the organization situation that actually was a gift from India to these organizations when they associated together. In their culture, this statue represents destruction and evil, so priests, their priests, not ours, kept wondering about this. Besides, to why were they sponsored by
Rothschild,
i.e. the Illuminati? They are atheists and Satanism is against God. 1 + 1. Another thing that made people pretty sure about CERN organization was a leaked video of a literal sacrification of a girl in front of the Shiva statue. As you can see, cloaked man literally slaughtered the girl in white. And when people asked again, what is this? CERN came out to say that it was a joke and a prank only.
What the?
After a while, the American police proved that this girl was actually missing and dead, meaning CERN lied, and she was actually given as a sacrifice in front of the devil's statue. Of course, to please the Illuminati, that will please Satan. This whole organization is but a gate to the underworld, especially when they got satanic and diabolical. What they are doing is very dangerous on underground surfaces, and the ultimate question is, what if one day they truly succeed in their projects and they get to the God particle or get to open a black hole? What will happen to humanity then? What if any of their experiments go wrong, causing a huge earthquake? What if their chemicals stimulate and activate some long asleep volcano? But for the time being, we are literally cornered waiting what happened. So let's cross fingers that we will make it out. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it everywhere with your friends. Thank you so much and see you next time.